Alright, I got a diag for you guys. This is a fuel level sensor on Escalade. I'm not sure what year. 2002 Cadillac Escalade. I've got issues with the fuel level sensor. It's reported by the customer. It's not reading right. I haven't got the full story yet, but the wiring's okay. I know that we did recently. I had an evap leak for the top of the fuel sender being all rotted, if I remember correctly. So it's an aftermarket unit in here. I doubt that GM sells the original. Probably discontinued, but I haven't looked that up, so I'm not 100% sure. What I got going here is a potentiometer. For this circuit, it says a 5-volt bias. So if I unplug this signal wire here, you see on the scan tool it goes to 5 volts. Full on this is not 5 volts, it's 2.5 volts roughly, and empty is about 1 volt. It does that so it can tell if there's an open circuit, like right now. If it sees 5 volts, it knows it's open circuit, it'll set a code. This is not really necessary at this point, other than testing the sensor ground itself, but I did check that. You can do that just by, I used a test light, but you could use a jumper wire too. It's no big deal, and just jump it at ground, see if the 5 volt goes to 0. I checked just voltage just to make sure it was 5 volts like it says, and I do have 5 volts back here. Oh, sorry, my back probe keeps coming out. I just got a potentiometer here, and I'm going to try to do this one hand. You can see already it's at 3.7 volts. These are pretty touchy, so I'm going to try to adjust it slowly. Get it down to the 2.7 or somewhere close. Maybe another 2.5. Yeah, that's 2.5. Back probes don't fall out, or front probes should I say. So I'm at 2.5. Just gonna climb the ladder. See if the cluster says full. It might not. It does. Good. It says full. So I know the cluster works. Sometimes there's a delay on the fuel level, so always keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna try to adjust it to 1 volt. Completely unnecessary at this point. Come on now. Get it close. Oh. I am just gingerly touching that thing. A variable resistance box probably be the best way to do this. Oh, there's 1.4. We'll keep it there. Okay, now technically this should read empty, even though, like I said, a lot of newer cars there's a delay in the fuel level, which is older, so you can see that it is reading 0, and all of that, what I told you, is true. So my next step with this is going to be getting some more information from the customer, and then probably removing this and seeing what the deal is with the float. Really need more information from the customer. It might just be because it's an aftermarket fuel level sensor and the resistance is wrong, but all of the wiring, the computer, the cluster, that all works. So hopefully I'll have an update video for you to tell you why, and have a great day. Alright, got somewhat of an update on the Escalade with the fuel pump. When I took it out and hooked it up to the wire here and did the whole up, all the way up is 2.5 volts, all the way down is one, and it's like 0.7, but I don't think it goes that low, so it'll probably be right here, which is supposed to be 1 volt. Everything looks good here. I don't really know what happened. We replaced this. This is something we did because of an evap leak, if I remember correctly. Something was an issue with the top. We didn't do it because it needed a fuel pump or a level sensor, but now the customer complaint was the fuel level is slow to respond. You fill it up and it'll take hours before it gets to 3/4 of a tank, and it'll never actually go fully full. It doesn't really matter how much you put on there. It's not like the fuel pump was installed improperly. I wasn't the one to do it, so I don't really remember anything about it, but there is a locator tab here, and the two lines here, one should be return, one should be gas. Neither should be any evap. They go right here and they sit in these little channels, so it's not like you can really install the pump wrong. Itself, the level sensor, as far as I'm aware, it can only go one way. Yeah, because even if I somehow flip this around and it was on the other side, it would be reading opposite. That would be empty and that would be full. And we know that from the car that that's not the case. I take it out and I could have someone put it to full under here, and I can watch as long as the car's on. That thing goes pretty much right to full pretty quickly, and goes to empty also pretty quickly. It doesn't make me warm and fuzzy. We tried a different brand here to see if that would affect, because this all happened after we had fixed his evap leak, so we kind of have to go with that. Plus all the wiring's okay, as I showed in the previous video, and all the modules, unless somehow this is a weird intermittent issue that's not happening at this moment. I looked on the interweb here to see if there was any different pumps, and there is. It seems pretty unanimous that it's the Escalade EXT that has a different style pump. This one has a metal top. Like I said before, I didn't do the original pump, so I can't remember if it was metal or not. There is the chance that it was. Let me pull up another EXT here. So the pump in the other one does go the other way. You see the level sensor? The lines go, I'm not even videoed it. The lines go this way, and then the pump goes this way. Whereas this one, the lines obviously are going the same way as the level sensor. And there is a cavity up here. I hope that's not where the fuel is supposed to go. I did check it with this out, because this squishes down like to there, probably about 1/2 inch, and full is, if you can see it at the end of the full is right there, which is about the level it would come down, so it still should read full. And this is not an EXT model, it's just a regular Escalade, as you can see. The EXTs are the extended ones. It's like the Suburban version. So there are two different fuel senders, but it seems like we have the right one installed. So hopefully I'll put this back together and then go fill it up, and it'll read full pretty quickly. And then I'll do an update on that and patch it into the video here so you can see that it's fixed now. But just, I guess, be careful of what brand you get if you're getting a fuel pump for your Escalade, as the many sensors in cars tend to be wonky. You can buy the GM Genuine here on the Rock Auto if you're a DIYer. There's the part numbers. This is for the regular version, MU1615, and a MU1738 for the EXT version, which should be the suburban style, the longer one, basically, the longer Escalade. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. So I did go to the gas station and fill it up. This is the Escalade, which I don't know why I didn't say that because it's going to be in the same video, but it did take quite a while for it to get up here. It wasn't hundreds of miles like I was told by the person who talked to the customer, but it has gone all the way full. So if he's right and says it only goes up to 3/4, then it was a faulty level sensor on the aftermarket pump. So I guess be worrisome of which one you get. If you get a GM genuine one, which I saw on Rock Auto they have them, then you shouldn't have any issues. So have a great day.